Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, and this video will be previewing day 2 of the Chester Boodles Festival. It's been a good opening day for us so far. If you saw my day 1 preview, we had 2 nice prize winners today. We had the Sir Dragonet, the Chester Vase winner. We advertised him at 8 to 1 last night, and Lee Hu as well, who won the competitive handicaps on the day. That was advertised at 16 to 1 on my channel last night as well, and that was very well back just before the off. It went off at 8 to 1 in the end, and that was actually probably secretly my most confident runner of the day, to at least make the frame anyway. I really thought Lee Hu would go really well. Away from that, we had a fair each way in the opener with Eva Reflection for Tom Dascombe. I just thought at one point the horse was going to run on really well. Manuela de Vega as well. Okay, she didn't win, but I think she was a little bit unlucky, and she would have learned for that experience as well. I just think maybe at a better track or a less sharper track, Manuela de Vega would maybe close the gap on the winner, which came from the John Gosling yard, whose name escapes me. But I think there could be a lot of a closer difference in it next time out. But enough of me talking about day 1. You want to get into my day 2 selections. And it all starts tomorrow again at 1:50, and I'm going with a horse here called Copper Knight, 3 to 1 bookmakers at the moment. I know this is a favourite at the moment, but I think it's got very solid claims. Trained by Tim Easterby, and David Allen is booked for the ride. Now this horse has actually won twice at this particular meeting before, once as a juvenile in the Lily Agnes, and then actually won this handicap as well a couple of years ago. So a lot to like about this horse's form claims tomorrow. Now this horse actually is drawn in stall 1 tomorrow, and if you've been watching the racing at Chester, you want to be kind of drawn towards the inside. Draw really does matter because it's such a tight track, and with the conditions being soft as well, I think it definitely can add to your advantage. Copper Knight is a horse that likes to be prominent in his races. He finished 4th on his reappearance at Musselburgh last time, which was a good run. I think he'll come on for that, and even though he is going to be carrying top weight tomorrow, he's won at the track before. He likes the conditions. He's got a lot in his favour. If he can get a good position early on, he's going to be the one they've all got to beat, in my opinion. We then go to the 225 for the next selection for the listed race, and I'm going with probably the obvious candidate here again, Circus Maximus. Even money with bookmakers at the time recording. Trained by Aidan O'Brien, who had the winner of Sir Dragonet today, and Marwan, who didn't ride a winner today, is booked for the ride. Now this horse has probably got the best form on offer. He's entered for the Derby, and he finished 4th behind Magna Grecia in the Verton Futurity Stakes at Doncaster last time out. The time before that, or one of the runs he had before that last season, he actually ran behind Magna Grecia and Persian King, so that's definitely some good form claims. I think going into listed company, he's got the most solid credentials. He's won on heavy ground at Gorham Park as well, so we will know he liked the cut in the ground. Maybe the King Power Runner is his biggest danger, but for me, Circus Maximus is the one they've all got to beat, and at even money, he might just be worth a couple of quid on that, but maybe it's just to sit back and watch race, but he would be my selection there. We then go to another competitive handicap at 3 o'clock, and I thought Drogon could maybe go well for the Dascombe team tomorrow. He's 10 to 1 with bookmakers at the moment. Like I said, trained with Tom Dascombe, and Jim Crowley, former champion jockey, booked for the ride. This horse actually finished 2nd here in September, and I think going back down 7 furlongs will suit him. He was tried over a mile, and I don't think he quite got it. And I just think tomorrow he's drawn in stall 4. He likes to make the pace. He could be seen to good effect tomorrow. He doesn't mind a little bit of cut in the ground as well. And I just think with Tom Dascombe not having a winner today, they will want to get a winner tomorrow. They always have plenty of winners at Chester. I just think with Jim Crowley being a good jockey booking, they're expecting a big run from him to make the frame tomorrow. And I think you could do a lot worse than this race, backing him at 10 to 1 each way. I think that's a fair each way chance. We then go to the 335. I'm going to take on Kew Gardens here. I love Kew Gardens. I actually backed him for the St Ledger last year, quite early on. I backed him straight after Royal Ascot, and I was on him at 10 to 1, so he did me a favour there. But I think conditions aren't going to be in his favour tomorrow. I think he prefers a sound surface, and also as well, he might need the run. And I'm going to take him on with a horse that loves it round here called Magic Circle, 7 to 2 bookmakers at the moment. Jim Crowley booked a ride for Ian Williams tomorrow. Now this horse actually won the Chester Cup here last time, and he also ran the year before a very good race. He's owned by Dr. Marwan Kukash, who absolutely loves to have runners at Chester. Now this horse did pull up in the Melbourne Cup because he broke a blood vessel, but he's been off since then, and he can go well fresh. He's won at the track before going fresh and won fresh before, so there's no qualms here. The connection said that they were going to wait for the weather forecast because he did have an entry for the Chester Cup on Friday, but I think the plan has always been to go here. There's meant to be plenty of rain around. He loves cut in the ground, and he should go very well tomorrow. And I think with conditions to suit, he's going to be the one that could maybe spoil the party for Kew Gardens. So he's going to be my tip there. We then go to the 405, and this is a very difficult race, which you could probably throw a couple of darts at, but not get the winner. But I thought the new Marwan, who is 5-1 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by Richard Fahey and Paul Hannigan, could be the one. The stable have won this race 3 times since 2011, and we already spoke about the owner, Dr. Marwan Kukash, loving it round here. He's related this horse to 4 winners from his pedigree, so he should be up to doing the job. It's a very difficult race, but if I had to play one here, at 5-1, still 2 tomorrow, if he can make the most of it, he could be a bit of a dirty each way bet there. That would be my tip there. We then go to the 435 for another competitive handicap, and I thought Mr. Chang could be the one to be with here at 20-1. I think he's a very big price. And he's trained by Mark Johnston, who's yard are in pretty good form at the moment. They're firing out the winners. David Probert is booked for the ride. Now this horse finished 4th in a novice race at Doncaster last time out, behind a fair horse of the Boldens called Good Birthday. And I think that actually that wasn't a bad run that day. And I think stepping up in trip to 1 mile and 4 could definitely help him. He's related to plenty of stayers in his pedigree on the flat, so that should help him there. He's still won as well, and he has been known to make the run in. So if he could maybe get into a prominent position, I think he could be well treated off a mark of 78 and still one, like I said earlier, is definitely a good place to be. He doesn't mind a bit of cutting the ground either. He finished 2nd at Goodwood last year, their October meeting on soft ground. So he should go quite well, I think, tomorrow. And I think he's got a bit in his favour. And I think if he can get towards the front, like the typical Mark Johnson horses, they could be hard to pass. And Mr. Chang is a good each way bet, in my opinion, at 20-1 bookmakers at the moment. We go to the last race to round things off. And I thought the one to be with here, and probably the most simplest option in the 505 was Crownthorpe, who's current favourite at 3-1, trained by Richard Fahey, and Sean Davis, one of his apprentice jockeys at the moment, takes a handy £5 off. This horse actually won at Beverley on Bank Holiday Monday by 3 lengths, and it's interesting that they're turning him out again quickly. Sean Davis was aboard that day, and he won really well to bolt up by 3 lengths. He does carry the penalty, but with the £5, that's going to help things for him. He likes testing conditions, and there should be plenty of rain around over the next 24 hours, so the ground should still remain on the soft side. Still freeze well. He's got a good place to get a good position tomorrow, and I think he's got the most solid credentials to win the race. So he's going to be my selection. Very sensitively in quite a tricky race, but nonetheless I think he's got the form claims to be doing the business tomorrow. So they're my tips for day 2 of the Boodles Chester Festival. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button for more videos on my YouTube channel here at LuckyLoads15. You can also follow me on Twitter for links for all my work by following me on my handle at LuckyLoads15. You can also check out my work that I do, the pundits page, by just typing their name in YouTube. You'll find all the work that I do over there as well. And that's what I've got to say, so please gamble responsibly. Hopefully we can have some winners tomorrow to keep our good form of the Chester Festival, and we'll be seeing you soon.